What's going on, everybody? Top 10 Pokemon back, and in today's video we'll be doing a top 10 expensive review on the set, or I guess sets, Black Bolt and White Flare. These sets were released on July 18th of this year, and it boasts a total of 172 cards in Black Bolt and 173 in White Flare. These are two halves of a split expansion, which is a first, I believe, for English Pokemon cards. So if you are a fan of the Black and White era with Pokemon like Zekrom and Reshiram and Kyurem and Victini, you are going to be absolutely in love with this set. Folks, a very quick shout out to today's awesome video sponsor. It is lowpopping.com, your source for investment-worthy Pokemon cards. If you're in the market for high-end, very tough to obtain Pokemon cards, unique autographed cards, sealed product, and even video games and game consoles, you need to go check out their inventory. Whether you invest in PSA, BGS, CGC, or even tag-graded cards, you won't find a shortage of grails available on here, folks. And yes, you can still easily make offers or trade your cards for the item or items that you must have for your collection. Lowpopping.com is a must for anyone in the market for Pokemon card grails. They're always putting new inventory out each and every week. I'll put a link to their website in the description of this video. Please, folks, support the channel, go check them out, and let me know what you pick up. Alright, folks, we will be going over several very recent eBay sales of these cards, mostly auction sales. So let's get started off with the number 10 most expensive card in this set. It would have to be the Genesect EX Special Illustration Rare that is sold most recently in auction for about $91. I'll be honest with you, I always forget about Genesect because he's kind of a forgettable Pokemon, but this SIR is about $91 at this time. The number 9 most expensive card is this Seismitoad Illustration Rare. This card has recently sold in auction for about $102.50. And I haven't seen Seismitoad chase cards since, I think, XY Flashfire. It's been quite a while. But here you go, folks. What do you think about it? He's looking pretty chill. This is the number 9 most expensive card in this set. The number 8 most expensive card is this Gaifu. It's the Ends Plan Special Illustration Rare. This card has recently sold in auction for $102.50, up to about $106.50. And you'll find that as we go through these auction sales, a lot of these cards are selling for very similar prices, which is good. We like to see some continuity in prices. This is the number 8 most expensive card. The number 7 most expensive card is this epic looking Hydreigon EX that was listed for about $150, but ended up having a best offer accepted price of $125. Like I said, pretty awesome looking card. I think it might be my second favorite in the set. What do you think about it? The number 6 most expensive card is our second full art trainer. It's this Special Illustration Rare Hilda that has sold in auction recently for $189. And this card's got plenty of awesome, albeit not that popular Pokemon in the background there. Still very cool. This is the number 6 most expensive. The number 5 most expensive card is this Reshiram EX Special Illustration Rare from White Flare. This card had sold in auction for about $134. Which leads me to the number 4 most expensive card, and it's this Zekrom SIR, which I believe is the superior card and my favorite card of this entire set. This guy had sold in auction for $325, and then again for $325. So like I said, very consistent sales as of the first week of the release of this set. This is such a badass card. I love it. It's the number 4 most expensive. Getting down to the final 3, we have this full art Reshiram EX. This is an all-white card. It looks pretty dope. Was selling in auction for about $480, and then again for $510. And this card is very reminiscent of the Reshiram EX we saw in black and white base. Yeah, you gotta love the redesign of it. This is the number 3 most expensive. Which leads me to the number 2 most expensive card in these sets. It is the full art Zekrom EX that sold in auction for $560, all the way up to about $565. And of course, no top 10 list is complete without mentioning some honorable mentions, so let's get into it here. We have the Samurott Illustration Rare that sold in auction for about $39. Here we have this, I believe it's a new Pokemon, a Jellicent EX, that was listed for about $69, had a best offer accepted price of $45. Here we have a Superior EX Special Illustration Rare that sold for about $47. Here we have a Meloetta EX that saw 2 sales in auction, both for about $48. Here is a Caldeo EX that sold for about $71. And then here we have a special illustration rare Kyurem EX that was selling for about $122.50, but eventually came down to about $80 for a raw copy. Which leads me to the number one most expensive card in this set. It is this red full art Victini, and this card is kind of wacky. I'll get to that here in a minute. Here is one sale for about $550, another one for about $600. And what's wacky about this card, I believe, is that it has two different numbers that were printed. One of these variants is the number 171. This other one here is 172. So yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. A very weird error in printing. I think it's an error. I'm not sure. Maybe you have more info about it. If you do, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you think about this set. Are you a fan of the black and white era Pokemon? Let me know. I look forward to hearing from you. That's all I got. I'll catch you in my next one.